Have you hunted with Ben other than that time?
Oh, lots. Up in Virginia. Behind Mom and Dad's house. Ben's first deer kill was with a bow and arrow.
Wow.
With you?
Yeah.
That is awesome. I bet he was ecstatic.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's hard. I mean, gun, you can aim and shoot, but
when he came up to the house.
bow, you've got to really be precise.
When he came up to the house, he brought his bow and his arrows. And I said, listen, Ben, first thing you got to do is go out there, get your sights set in. He was shooting a little compound.
Right.
He had sights.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ben, you got to go get your, at least get a 20-yard sight pin dialed in. So he did that. And I didn't supervise him.
No, but you gave him an assignment.
Well, you gave him some pointers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Well, I just said, hey, man, you got to get dialed in. You need a hand holler. So, after a while, he comes back and says, I'm ready. I said, all right. And Ben and I built this stand. We went to Home Depot or Lowe's.
You got yourself some wood?
Yeah, 16-foot 4x4s and 2x4s, all pressure treated. And we put it all together and then dragged it down the saddle to the spot where we put it.
Now, how did you mount it to the tree?
Up on the platform side, the place you sit, on both sides had extra long 2x4s.
Okay, so you could kind of cut
So
the
it
tree.
would go, it would go on the outside of the tree, and then on the other side of the tree, we laid another board and screwed that down so, it wouldn't.
Ah, and then you just put like brackets underneath it? Get to the tree?
Yeah, basically.
Wow. And would it hold two people?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say. So did you only build that one? That kind of
No, I
reminds me.
built a couple of them, but just Ben and I built that one.
Yeah. That's so nice.
And I put him in that stand, and that evening he comes back, and he's all excited. He says, man, I put an arrow in one of them, and I got,
What was it?
Anyway, we just waited. Said, all right, it's dark.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going, Ben, we're going to let the deer lay and die. I didn't know what kind of shot placement he had or any of that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to go back there in the dark, jump the deer, and before you know it, we're chasing a wounded deer down the mountain.
Yeah.
That's
not fun.
That's the last
drag
thing I wanted.
thing. Drag that thing all the way up.
So the next morning we went and hunted again, same spots. And I walked down, when my morning hunt was over, I walked down to where Ben was, and I said, well, where was the deer when you shot him? She said, right here. I said, okay. And I looked around, there was no blood.
Oh, wow.
Or, excuse me, there was a ton of blood.
Oh.
Oh.
There was so much blood and from here to that car that,
It's like, where is it?
The deer would have had no more blood in it. And then
And it wasn't there.
the deer wasn't in where the blood stopped. The deer wasn't there.
Uh-oh.
But you look up another, like to where that pickup truck, that's where the deer was laying.
Yeah.
So he made a perfect textbook double lung heart shot.
No kidding.
Oh yeah,
And that was his first
deer
shot with his bow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And was the deer intact? No predators had
No
gotten it?
predators. No.
Was it a cold time of year?
No, it wasn't extremely cold. It was October.
But
It was cool, but it wasn't
the meat
cold.
would have gone bad in the night.
Oh no, I've killed deer in Florida and refound them in the morning.
So that's not a worry about infectious.
I mean, like, what kind of critters would, if they did find it, carry it off? Would be gators.
In Florida.
Yeah.
But up there it'd be black bears and coyotes.
Ah, okay.
once with Ben?
Did you ever? Well, I mean, like the first time when you did hunt together alone after Hunter and Tony left, right? That was your first. What was your favorite spot, or what your favorite state or spot that you hunted with Ben? And you guys both had a really good time. I mean,
I like the mountain.
Oh yeah. So
I mean,
did
don't
you?
get me wrong. South Carolina was a great time because we camped, and
Yeah.
I mean, camping is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I love camping. I haven't camped in years.
You know, because we have gobbler season.
Oh, did you guys do that too?
Oh yeah, and we went up the same little creek, you know, that we paddled up.
Oh,
and
yeah?
that's the cooler. We even looked for the cooler in the tree.
Well, just
you,
in
You
case.
found the cooler?
No, we never found the
Oh,
cooler.
Well, I'm
okay.
sure
Just
someone
wondering.
got it eventually.
The
No, I
flip
don't.
flops. Somebody found something good.
Yeah. Flip flops. Paying it forward.
Yeah, here's a good story. It was you know, Ben and Hunter and Tony and I would, and it's gobbler season. Finally, Hunter and Tony said, "Well, we got to go," and Ben and I stayed another couple of nights. And this time it wasn't flooding. You know, wasn't a flooded scene.
Which probably is better for turkeys too, right?
Well,
More ground instead of water.
oh yeah, and I'm on one side. You know, Ben and I are walking on one side of the creek, and we're stopping and calling and listening and stopping and calling. And we heard a bird gobble across the creek,
Wow.
and I wasn't too keen on crossing the creek because I'd have to almost swim it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ben's going, Dan, I want to go chase that bird. I said, you go right ahead.
Yeah.
I'll meet you back in camp. So I went along my way, and Ben did what he did to get across the creek. Anyway, I'm back in camp, and I hear this boom, you know. I go, all right. Well, it turns out that Ben went into one of these little, what's a little slough? Oh, clear slough. In other words, there's forest all around a cove, if you will.
Right.
And there's a big deadfall tree. And the grass is, you know, say knee high. And Ben is walking along, stops and calls. And is almost before he even stopped his call, the gobbler's going,
Going
right
crazy.
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
no kidding.
Ben drops to the ground, and he's laying down, you know, with his back to the ground,
Yeah.
and his feet towards the gobbler.
Right.
So he's laying down. He's head's kind of up a
Yeah,
little bit,
right.
so he can see. The gobbler walks out. He goes, "Oh shit!" So he throws his shotgun up and almost shoots his foot off.
Oh, Jesus.
I know.
Ah, too
Does
excited.
he get the gobbler?
No,
Ah.
he missed. But that was an exciting hunt.
I bet. You know, I wonder. Have you ever gotten pictures of these things in their natural habitat before you blow their heads off?
You've
I mean,
gotten.
you see some good shit.
I don't use game cameras.
Okay. I mean,
And the way I hunt today, I don't even barely climb in a tree, just because I like hunting with my bow on the ground.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I gotcha. Almost
gotta
seems
get-
more fair too.
well, you got to get real close, and to sit up in a tree and shoot a deer. Yeah, that's all well and good, but when you got open forest, you know, where it's not so thick,
You could be having a fun.
you could slip and
Big
you get,
Roberts.
you know, if you see the deer before they see you, you have a very high chance of getting a shot. you
Right.
know?